Well, there's nothing like a length of good, sturdy rope. Robert Knott's top-level ID badge. This might give me access to someplace special in Law and Order Party headquarters.
Well, I wasn't expecting any company, but as long as you're here.
What the hell's going on here?
Whoa. Listen, don't shoot the messenger, okay? I came to warn you. Somebody wants you dead.
Tell me something I don't know.
Okay. I don't know who it is, but somebody inside Law and Order hired a hitman named Big Jim Slade. You're on his things to do list.
Keep talking.
All right. I should tell you that Wanda Peck gave me this address.
So who the hell are you? And what's your relationship to Wanda Peck?
My name's Murphy, and I'm a PI. I was working on what I thought was a suicide case. That's how I came into contact with Miss Peck.
You were working with Wanda. I suppose I have to trust you then. Not that I really have much choice.
You really think you're safe here?
It's as good a place as any. Doesn't really matter anyway. They're gonna find me sooner or later. Actually, my own death is not exactly high on my wish list of things I'd like to happen to me. But I'll tell you one thing. They know I'm not gonna give up without a fight.
Well, tell me something if you don't mind. But how does someone go from being the Law and Order Party candidate to the top of their things to kill list?
A candidate is sugar coating on a pill. The party sets an agenda, and all I do is try to make it a little easier for the public to swallow.
What's Law and Order trying to force feed us?
What'd you say your name was?
Murphy. Tex Murphy.
Well, you gotta believe what I'm gonna tell you, Tex.
Why not? I'm pretty gullible.
Law and Order has this plan. They're gonna put implants into everybody. It's gonna allow them to identify, track, and eventually control the whole population.
They really believe they could get away with that?
They know it.
Listen, maybe you can answer something that's really bothering me. If law and order is so powerful, why are they going around killing everybody?
Call. Greg Call. They're trying to kill anyone who has ties to him. He used to work for Gideon Enterprises.
Well, how about I go talk to Frank Shimming?
Shimming? No, he's squarely in the camp of law and order.
Well, maybe he's behind this whole thing. I mean, Shimming could be the Overlord.
You know about Overlord, too?
At this point, I started to smell gas.
Let me guess. You grabbed a couple of chili dogs for the flight up.
Not that kind. One of the bullets had hit the stove. Now the whole cabin was being flooded with gas. Who are those guys? Probably a hit squad. Looks like they accomplished their task. Now it took a couple of slugs before he hit the floor.
Sounds like you'd worked with blow-up dolls before.
Hey, I have never been that lonely. But at the time, I had no one else to turn to. I gotta figure out a way to get out of here.
Hey, I've got a proposition for you. A girlfriend would like to meet you.
Show us the girl. Hi, boys. Come on in, let's have a party. I got s'mores. Okay, we're coming in. I love hunters.
That's just a rubber doll!
Well, I had a few singed hairs, but I was okay. Little did I know, things were about to really heat up.
Ooh, it sounds like Sylvia's about to make another appearance.
That's a good guess. After I got out of Knott's Inferno, I decided to fly back to Linsky's warehouse, check up on my client.
But she wasn't there.
Have I told you this part of the story before?
Oh, no, it's just that, well, I know how women work.
Well, that makes one of us anyway. So she's not at the warehouse. I fly over to her apartment. She's not there either. So I get in my speeder, I fly back to my office, I walk in the door.
And she's waiting for you.
Yeah.
Probably wearing something very nice.
To tell you the truth, I did not even notice.
Oh, of course not. So then she says, "Hello, handsome."
Well, needless to say, I was very, very upset with her. I thought we agreed that you would stay at the warehouse.
I know, but I started worrying something would happen to you. I don't feel very comfortable about being alone right now.
Sylvia, this thing is dangerous, and I don't think you realize how dangerous it is.
Well, tell me. I'm paying your tab after all.
Yeah, sure, bring business into this.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? Am I not just a client? There were plenty before me, and there will be plenty after me.
That's what I tell myself.
What do you mean by that?
You know what I mean by that.
Tell me.
There's this thing called the rules of a PI. And the number one rule is, don't fall for a client.
That wouldn't happen, would it?
Yeah, well, I'm holding you personally responsible for making me even think twice about it.
I feel so guilty.
Oh, you should.
So tell me, are there any rules about kissing a client?
That falls squarely under Rule 1.
The rule that you're thinking twice about. So, break a rule. How many rules are there?
37 so far.
So 36 out of 37, that's not so bad. And I won't tell a soul.
Sounds like you were just about ready to go into the deep fryer.
No, it's more like a quick sear, followed by a slow simmer. Listen, Sylvia, it has been an incredibly long day, and my resistance is just about 0. So if you will take 10 paces back, promise to quit smelling so good. I promise you that when this is over, look into the possibility. We got a deal.
Okay, I'll be good. But I'll hold you to that promise.
I've got a cot in the other room. You take that and I'll sleep here.
Sweet dreams.
That's not gonna be hard.
Do you miss her?
Oh, yeah. This again. You know, as soon as I lose some weight, I think I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't think I need to be reminded anymore. No, I don't think I do.
Good. Because I'm very selfish, you know.
It's one of the things that really attracts me to you.
Boy, that makes me happy to hear it. So now that you've described to me just about every temptation a man can stand, what happens next?
Nothing happened? Nothing happened, okay? Actually, I flew Sylvia back to the warehouse.
Good.
I thought you'd like that part. I went back to the office and I had a call.
You find the chess move?
I did. It was in the design of Val Davis's pass card. Look, I'm ready to meet with you. Just tell me when and where.
It isn't safe yet, but I have another lead for you. Find out about Greg Call.
Who's Greg Call?
He was the lead programmer on the STG project. He knew about Overlord.
Well, how do I find him? Greg Call. Overlord. Either one.
Call is dead.
Well, that's gonna make him easy to find.
Call suspected that someone on the inside was selling out the STG project. For that reason, he relocated to a secret base of operation. If you find that, all your questions will be answered.
Any hints on how I'm supposed to do that?
The police were warned that Call might turn up dead. They may have found something that could lead you to where he was working. Oh, I gotta go.
So Greg Call was the head of the SDG project.
Yeah, but he was the dead head.
So now you went back to see Detective Clements, right?
Good guess.
You seem to think I'm some sort of street informant. I'm gonna start charging you for these consultations.
You know, you've been so very good to me. I think I'm gonna do you a favor. I know where Big Jim Slade is.
If you're on the level, I'll trade you any information you want.
Done. Slade's at the Big Surf Lodge, number 6. It's off the Pacific Coast Highway, just north of Big Sur.
How do you find out about these people? He died a few days ago. We would have chalked it up to natural causes. An aneurysm, maybe. Except we got an anonymous tip through 911 the day before he died. Tipster said that if he died, we should perform an autopsy. It only turned up one unusual thing. A small capsule planted under the skin. Inside was a plastic tag with markings on it. We couldn't make heads or tails of it. Maybe you should give it a try. She was a professor at USF. Died in a speeder wreck a couple of weeks ago. I guess you're gonna tell me it wasn't an accident, right? You've got quite an imagination. She was some sort of research scientist. Her family had us investigate her death, but we didn't find any evidence to indicate that it was anything but accidental poisoning. I haven't got any information on that. Never heard of him. I don't have a lot of time to waste, Murphy. He's a hitman for hire, and he's on Interpol's 10 Most Wanted. If you're mixed up with him, I'd make sure your affairs are in order. Seems like a decent guy for a politician. I'll probably vote for him.